Hi everyone, and welcome to And So On. Today I have a little bit of a vloggy catch up for you with a little bit of sewing, a little bit of knitting, and a little bit of life. Okay, so I've been gone for a few weeks. I had a rotten cold. I actually still have the rotten cold. So frustrating. It is just a cold. It's just a head cold. Not even a stuffed head. It's just a runny nose and sneezing and just, fatigue kind of thing. So I took the week off last week from all activities just to be on the safe side. I didn't go to Spanish. I didn't go to my Pilates classes, and I stayed home. And now this week I'm feeling better, but I definitely still have, the runny nose and everything like that. So I'm kind of living on antihistamines. Thankfully, no one else in my house has this. So clearly it's just a cold that decided to target me, and what are you gonna do? So that's why I haven't been around. But I thought today, you know what, it's going to be raining for the next couple days, so I thought, how about I take you guys along with me on my day today. And right now it's about almost 9:15, and so I'm going to head out and have a little coffee and maybe do some knitting. But I thought I would show you where I am on my knitting since I'm sitting here with it. Hopefully you sewers don't mind a little knitting update. So first of all, I have a finished object, and these are mittens, and I'll put the name of them. They're called the Friends Mittens by Dany Sunshine. It's a free pattern, and you can see here they have ribbing at the top, ribbing at the bottom. Very, very simple. This is knit crate yarn left over from last year, and it's a wool, alpaca, and cotton blend. So they're very, very soft. And the reason why I made these is a friend of mine in the States who is, taking on a lot on responsibility on herself as always and getting a little stressed out. And at one point she was sitting outside and we were chatting, and she said, "Oh, my hands are cold." Or she was working on her computer, and I said, "Oh, your hands must be cold. You should make some fingerless mittens," because she does knit sometimes. And she was like, "Oh, that sounds really stressful. I don't want to." I like simple things in my knitting. So I thought I'd surprise her with a set of fingerless mitts. So I did these up in about a day. They're very, very fast. It's DK yarn. And yeah, so if you need a quick gift, these are totally adorable. Okay, Lily's blanket. I've been working on a blanket with leftovers for Lily. I got a lot done on the couch last week when I was sick. So before, I think I had 16 total, and now I have all this. So I essentially have 3 rows of the blanket. Now, because I'm using a larger needle and getting a larger gauge, the blanket's actually longer than we anticipated, and now we've decided it's too long. So I'm gonna have to do some sweater surgery and cut off the bottom 3. I'm gonna cut off this much. I might even cut off 4. I don't know yet. I'm gonna cut off 3 or 4 rows. And I've calculated that is 36 fewer squares that I'm gonna have to make to finish this blanket. So I think it's worth it figuring it out. This is the mitered square blanket by Pearl Soho, also a free pattern. And I think I will just always have one of these on the go. It's a great stash buster, and when I get rid of my stash, then I feel less guilty about augmenting my stash. Okay, and then lastly, right now on the needles, I have my Winterfell cardigan by Katrin Schneider. And if you'll remember last time, I had a good portion of the body done. Oh, maybe I'll insert a little bit here. And I think once it's all done and everything is set, you won't notice it at all. But in the moment, I was like, how did I get off? I've been so careful. Anyway, so overall though, I'm very happy. I think it's gonna turn out exactly the way I want it to turn out. So yeah, no, it was not okay. It was not okay, and I had to rip it back to here. I had to rip it back to the beginning of the 3rd stripe, because the further you got down, the worse it was getting. And I was like, oh no, I think I have to rip this back. And I've ripped things back before, but never that far. I ripped back an entire skein, more than an entire skein. It was like 2 big balls like this. Now, thankfully, because it's really toothy yarn, it was very easy to frog. None of the stitches dropped past where they were supposed to be. They were easy to pick up in the end. It took me about a day and a half to, again, because I was sick and sitting on the couch, I had a lot of knitting time. So now I am well past that, And here we go. So let me flatten it out. Okay, so here we are with the Winterfell cardigan. And I'll hold it back here because it's actually going to be too bright as is. I'll try and put in some pictures of it flat so you can see it better, but basically I've finished one whole sleeve, I've finished the whole body, and now I'm working on the second sleeve. For this project, I think I told you last time that I bought Chow circular 10-inch, I think they're 10-inch circulars in the size I needed. Such a good decision. Like this, I did this sleeve in a day. Yeah, like less than 24 hours. And I started this one last night. Now, of course, it starts from here. So I did that much since last night, and I've done three decrease rows. I've tried it on, it fits. It's maybe a tad snug, but I figured that's gonna block out. So yeah, so I'll probably finish this sleeve today, and then I need to get a zipper and I need to do the button band, and then I'm gonna try and install a zipper on this. So yeah, so I've really been knitting up a storm. Have not been sewing much, but I do have some new fabric to show you guys later when I get back from my Spanish class, as well as some plans. Okay, so I am gonna take all this inside and get ready and take you guys with me to Spanish. Well, to the door of Spanish. So we do have to wear masks when we're out in the street, but because I'm within my little gated complex here, I don't have to put it on until I leave. And so I like to enjoy a few seconds listening to the birdies. You hear them? Before we head out. Quack, quack. Okay, so when I came home from getting groceries and being out at Spanish, I came out here right away and I recorded, and I could hear the birds, but I didn't think it was like that big of a deal. And so, and I even said in the video, I'm like, oh, I know it's kind of noisy, but hopefully you guys won't mind. And then I was just editing and it was like squawk, squawk, squawk. It was way too loud. There was just no way. So I'm re-recording my little bit about sewing. Okay, so I have a chunk of fabrics here. Some of them you've seen before, some of them you haven't. And I actually have more fabric on the way from Minerva, which is very exciting. Their stuff usually comes really, really quickly to me, so that's really fun. First of all, I want you to know that I am going to be kind of analyzing my handmade fall wardrobe using the book Dressed by Deer and Doe. And this book I had already planned to buy, and I messaged them saying, I'm asking them which of the fabrics, which of the patterns were woven and which were knits, because I couldn't seem to find that on the website. And I said that I was going to be looking at it, and they offered me a free copy to review on the channel. So in the, I said to them, okay, I said, just so you know, I'm gonna have to be totally honest. And they're like, absolutely, that's what we want. So I have read through it, and I'm going to take their process and use and look at my handmade wardrobe for fall winter, and I'm going to use that to inform some of my choices here. Okay, I'll link it just in case you want to look at it in advance. It's gotten a little bit chilly, so I've put on my sweatshirt. This sweatshirt is the Tabor V-neck by Soho 7. I really love this sweatshirt. It's like pretty much the only sweatshirt I have right now, so I think I need to put sweatshirt on the list, but anyway. So if you remember this fabric that I have, this is the Atelier Brunette Viscose. I have cut this into the Cali shirt dress, as I had said before, but in the interim, the weather really started to change. And even though we do still get temperatures up into the 20s in the afternoon, I still figure it's probably more practical to make this one long sleeved. And since I have enough fabric, it may as well. So I'm about to download the Closet Case Patterns sleeve extension pack for the Cali, which has a full sleeve with cuff and full button placket, and so, or what do they call that, tower placket. So I'm excited about that. And oh, I bought a printer. That's another good thing. I bought a printer, and so my printer is here and all set up, and so I am going to get that all printed off, as well as anything else I decide to make. But yeah, that's on the list for sure. And then I still have this fabric from Seven Berry, and you remember that it has this very cool, I still don't know which is the right side, to be totally honest. There's both sides. This side is softer, so I'm gonna guess this is the right side. This actually may be another Cali, only because I think it would make a great shirt, or maybe tunic length for fall winter. I'm not sure yet, but I was going to make a dress out of it, and then ultimately I just thought, you know what, this is a little bit heavier. I think it's gonna be better for fall, so I hung on to it. So similarly, I have this beautiful cotton from Meter that they sent me as an alternative to something that didn't work out, and it has a decent amount of stretch to it. Let me show you. So it does have some stretch. If anyone has a favorite stretch cotton pants pattern, please let me know. You know, as always, I look at this and I want to make a dress, but I realize that I really do need pants. So I kind of think it might be more practical to make a pair of pants rather than another dress, because going into this season, fall winter is definitely my weaker end of the sewing scheme. I definitely have a lot more summer attire handmade than I do winter attire, and this isn't heavy by any means, but certainly for a Spanish winter, it's totally appropriate. This is a cotton jersey, organic cotton jersey, also gifted to me. Was another one here? The next one too. This one is gifted to me from Minerva. This one was kind of cool because I requested one fabric that didn't work out, and they suggested this as an alternative, and this is actually even nicer. So I think I have 2.5 meters of this, and I think that I need to, again, what do? I'm thinking of a dress, but I think separates is going to be more practical. I think probably I'm going to try and do like a knee length or just below knee length knit skirt, as well as some sort of long sleeve t-shirt, maybe something like this. This one I'm wearing is one of the Berta ones that had the cross back. I'll try and put in a picture if I think of it. Something like that, or maybe the square neck one from Berta Easy that I did. I don't have a ton of just everyday, you know, long sleeve t-shirts. Even the ones I made last year, to be perfectly honest, were not particularly practical. This one is not so bad, but because of the fabric, it's like it's kind of a polyester-y fabric, but it's 3/4 length sleeves. So when it gets too hot, I can't wear it because of the fabric, and when it gets too cold, I can't wear it because it's not long enough. One of the other ones I made was like a sparkly fabric, and then the other one that I made was a dress, a black dress, which I'm actually going to cut off into a top. But even that is like a stretch crepe, which is not the most breathable fabric. So I just think I need to make a couple of just solid long sleeve t-shirts that I can wear with jeans on a daily basis. Which leads me to jeans. This 11-ounce denim from Minerva. I have 3 meters. It weighs a ton. I haven't washed it yet. I think I need to wash it with vinegar, right, to set the dye. Yeah, this weighs a ton. So when I was initially, thinking of this, I was thinking denim jacket or long denim skirt, like the one that I normally do, but the one, the sew over it one, but longer. And then I thought, I don't know, like maybe that's again not so practical, and I do need a pair of jeans. So I'm gonna look at the Dawn jeans by Megan Nielsen. I'm also gonna look at the Flint pants. This is no stretch, so the ginger jeans wouldn't work. And then Lily wants a blazer. So I might do a blazer for Lily, I'll have to see. Okay, my battery's about to go, so I'm going to wrap this up and say thank you for having patience with me during this time. I'm just gonna keep doing this for a little bit, if you guys don't mind, just checking in every week with a chat, and whatever happens, happens. Whatever is done, and whatever is in process is in process. And I hope that you enjoyed seeing a little of my day in Spain and a little of what I have on the go, and I look forward to sharing more of that with you as we go on. Anyway, earlier when I recorded this, I was able to say, I hope the sun is shining where you are as it is here. It is a little bit overcast, so I hope wherever you are, the sun is shining and you are sewing or knitting or what else. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.